a part for the Falcon's power system. Now originally she has some very archaic battery selector switches, and I was going to replace it with this switch, but this is just a simple 1, 2, or both switch. So it's either the starter battery, the house bank, or both. And that's not really conducive to the way that I'm setting up the power system, especially with the charging and everything. So I bought a Blue Sea Systems Add a Battery kit. This has got a couple cool things in it. So it's 2 pieces of equipment and instructions. So here's the, let me get them right here. Here's the 2 pieces of equipment right here. This battery switch, once you've installed it, you can see it has 4 posts on the back instead of the 3 on the other one. And that's because you hook the house bank to one side and the starter battery to the other, and this just has one setting, on, or you can combine. So when you get on your boat, you flip it to on. The starter battery is connected, the house bank is connected. You don't have to worry about switching or anything along those lines. Now I know what you're saying, DreadPirateMustache. That's not necessarily better than the other switch. Well, that's partially right. See, this switch turns the house bank on and the starter battery on simultaneously. It's one switch. You turn it on, everything's on. This one is one or the other. Okay? But you're thinking, what about the charging? You were just talking about the charging. That's where the next box comes in. This is an automatic charging relay. Once I remove it from its mounting plate here, it's got 2 connections on the back and 2 smaller little blade connections. But this little piece of equipment is awesome. What this does is you connect this to the battery, and actually it's got included diagrams. So basically what this does is this connects one terminal to the positive on one battery bank, your starter battery, and one terminal to the house bank battery, and then one of those blade connectors goes to ground. Okay? Now, what this funky thing does is it monitors those. And once a battery or whatever side is charged, it will actually connect all of it and charge everything. So the combined battery option on these, if I'm using the old switch and I put it over to start, now the engine alternator is charging the start battery. I can either flip it to the house bank to start charging the house bank with the alternator, or most common, you flip it down to both, and now your house bank, everything is combined, right? But if you turn off your engine, you're still combined. You have to remember to manipulate this switch, right? This one, turn it on, both are on, but they're independent. This thing sits in the middle of them. And when your alternator charges your starting battery back up and it detects a voltage drop in the house bank, it will automatically combine the banks for you and charge. And vice versa. When the house bank is charged, and your starter battery needs charging, so like let's say my solar panels are charging my house bank, this thing will actually combine and top off the starter bank for me automatically. All I did was just turn it on. The combined battery feature of this switch is beneficial when you're going to start something, and let's say the start battery is completely dead, or something else is going on, right? Well, then you can combine the batteries and get one huge thing. So this will eliminate the need to combine the batteries. It automatically does it for you, and it's regardless of which side that it's on. So I don't have to, if I want to charge the house bank and I've got the motor running, I don't have to mess with my battery switch or anything. The automatic charging relay will automatically add the house bank in and charge it. And I don't have to worry about my starter battery just like dying because I haven't used it for a while and it's just sitting there, because the automatic charging relay will combine it with the house bank as part of that charging cycle. So this little system replaces the 2 switches that are currently on, and I actually have some weird flow chart as to which way to have these switches set. And it's better than this switch because this is one or the other. So if I switch this over to start battery to start my engine, I have to switch it back. I have to switch it back over. This combines everything. I get on the boat, I turn it on. The house bank does what the house bank does. The starter battery sits there and waits to be used or is used. And the automatic charging relay makes sure that the gap between the two is bridged whenever it needs to be. So more importantly, this is for when I'm running the engine, and it'll utilize the engine power to charge back up the starting battery, but then it will actually combine the house bank into it and apply that power to the house bank. So pretty handy system. I can't wait to get this installed. So that's my pirate package. I hope you guys found it useful. I will film when I install these 2 little things. So, hey, thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to know of new content, and may the winds always be at your back.